Well, I'm back. It's bloody freezing, and no swearing in this one either. Got to try and stop that potty mouth. Potty. That's all I am. So I'm trying to improve, trying to stop it, but occasionally it will leak out, just like these bloody boots keep squeaking. But so that ain't me either. So anyhow, you've guessed it. Yeah, I'm at the River Humber, and I'm bloody chuffed to bits to be at the River Humber. It is fishing really well at the minute, and I'm just chuffed to be here. I'm not saying sorry I'm at the River Humber again. I'm not saying, oh god, I'm in Bay 28, because I haven't been in Bay 28. Yep, I haven't fished in Bay 28. I think I did go in it once, but it was a bit stinky, like an old 1970s 80s telephone box, if you know what I'm saying. Say no more. So yeah, it is Thursday the 9th of December, and we're in Bay 26. Meant to show that board at the beginning. It's for me, so I know which one it is, but now I'm gonna have to watch it a bit further. But anyhow, that's enough rattling on from me. That's enough for that. So what we're gonna do is I'll give you a sit rep. Yeah, because I say that, don't I? Sit rep. Yeah, situation report. Well, the sit rep is I've got one rod out and I've put it together and lined the eyes up. I'm gonna stick the reel on, then I'm gonna get the other rod out, because today we are going for it. In the last fishing session you saw me, I was fishing with Dave White, Taxi Dave, Mr. White, he's Dave White. He's a cracking chap. Spoke to him for a long while on Facebook, on Messenger. But yeah, he showed me quite a lot in that last video of what to do. I'm gonna stop walking around now, because there's some people say that I make them feel tired because I do too much walking about on camera. So yeah, he showed me a lot. He showed me different way for baits, hooks, rigs, all sorts. I'm not letting you in on all these secrets. You'll just have to watch the video and look at my rigs, won't you? Only I've been at and I've retied all my rigs. I've worked out some better flapper rigs as well, which I've tied, and I caught really well in the last video on them. So I've tied some more, tied some pulley rigs, which I don't like really using pulley rigs here because there's no need to use them. But I've tied some paternosters, which are the same as same idea as the rigs that Dave showed me. Dave also, being the guy he was, tied all my large baits, which were squid and carp, and he's not going to be here today to tie him for me, so I've got to try and tie him myself, but I think I'll be all right. But yeah, he showed me a lot, so today we're going for these codling. Hopefully there isn't so many whiting about now. They might have just whitened themselves out, and yeah, so it's coddling and more coddling. Hopefully that's what we're fishing for. I will be chucking out some free hook flappers, because I don't want a blank. When you've had so many catching videos, which you've noticed since I've come back to the river, I've been catching all the time. I don't want to blank trying to search for a cod. But as soon as I've got a fish, it will be both rods out fishing for codling at short and long distance, or middling distance. And wish me luck on this epic journey of Verns fishing at the River Humber on the 9th of December. And only time will tell, because this is the start of it for me. I am here at low water. It is 5:33, so it's 2 minutes after low, so the water is now rushing in as we speak. Look, can you see that? That's just trundling in, isn't it? So yeah, so the next time you see me will be me putting all this gear together. And if you've got this far already, please think about subscribing, click the bell for all notification, leave us a comment and share the video. If you've got this far, it must be pretty good, or it's bearable. But see you in a bit. Right, Tom, I forgot I put the camera on then, and I was just doing all my stuff, but I didn't do anything wrong, I don't think. So yeah, I was put my coat on really, sort these hand warmers out because my hands are cold. This one's warm, they're both warm, but they're not as hot as I thought they'd be. Need time to get going, I think. What's in here? Bait elastic and me tissue. Yeah, so right, I'm gonna get 3 rigs out at the start, and then what I'm gonna do is I've got my bait out, so it's defrosting, so I'm gonna get the 3 rigs out that I'm gonna use. One of them's a 2-hook flat, but the other 2 are just cod rigs. And yeah, so what I'll do is I'll take the flapper and a cod rig over, because as the tide's coming in I want to get a dab or a flounder, whiting, whatever, but hopefully there's no whiting. I've caught me whiting now, I've had a right good time with them, but we want something else. We need that coddling, don't we? Right, with it being a 6.7 metre tide tonight, it shouldn't be too fierce out there really, so probably a 6 ounce weight would do, but I don't go down that line. I just think to myself, stick a 7 ounce on and I won't have to worry about it, will I? It'll just sit where it goes. So I'm set up, my hand warmer has gone out, I shall have to light it again. And yeah, so more news, and that is I've got someone fishing with me tonight, and you'll see who that is in a minute. Well, yeah, I'm not going to tell you. I can't wait. I'm just too excited. But yeah, I've got Tom's coming, and Tom will park a bit down there, and then he'll fish out of this bay with me. So yeah, hopefully, if there is the cod out there, I've tied Tom a load of rigs. We've got plenty of good fresh bait, and these are the worms. We've got black lug in there, we've got nice white squid, that might be some good squid, that, and my mate Dave's bringing me some worms, so I'm actually going to fish with some fresh bait, which is really nice of him. So yeah, we're going all out tonight to catch a monster cod, or in my opinion a 6-inch cod is a monster for me. Let's just get one on the books. It needs to be today. I've done quite a few trips here at the Humber, but I like fishing the Humber. And yeah, I'm not in 28. I will get in 28. I came here half an hour before low water, and there's a big yellow van in 28 and a car in 27. So I come in 26, the next one. At least the water will come in soon. It's reasonable tide, and yeah, you got to be in it to win it, haven't you? And I do enjoy fishing here. I've got the van. I will be fishing up in the bay today, so I can have a cook up. It will only be warm up. There are no burgers. I have had the odd cheeky sausage, but they aren't that bad for you really. There's more meat in them than you think. So, and very little fat come out of them as well, those sausages that you've seen in the previous videos, and I like them, they're lovely. So yeah, what else is to say? Got my bait. I'm gonna get some baits tied up, get my bloody hands warm. I forgot to bring my heater. Yes, I've got a heater. It's one of those little Cala gas ones that work off a little bottle, but you just switch it on for a few minutes and it just warms your fingers through quickly, so it's rather nice. But I'm going to get these hand warmers relit, and I might light another one as well actually. Next time you see me, I'll be over the wall. Yeah, next time you see me, I'll be over the wall fishing, and I'll take one rod over at first, but this time I'm actually going to take 2 rods over, because we're going to catch a fish today. I'm going all out for it. Normally I'd just go over the side just to try and catch flounder or a dab and get the get the blank on, and then up top, and I'm concentrating because I'm at the van. I ain't got to keep running up and down if I forget something. But we're going for it today. Really am going for it. I've got all my knowledge, new knowledge, put it that way, that I've picked up and learnt, because if you don't pick it up, you're never too old to learn or stop learning. So that's what I've done. I ain't too bothered about casting out far. I'm going to be casting out there into the oblivion where I need to cast, and hopefully with the baits, the new rigs, hopefully I'll get that coddling. It's got to happen. So anyhow, yeah, that's it. I'm going, because I don't want to jar off the people that are on here and think, oh, you do talk a lot. Well, that's what I do. And because if I didn't do it to the camera, everybody would just think I'm nuts, wouldn't they? Because I'd be talking to myself anyhow, just like this, putting the world to rights, you know. Anyhow, see you in a bit. Right, well, it's ready to start fishing, but I've been struggling turning the camera on. I charged all my batteries up on this GoPro, and I left one in the GoPro. Now, before people say I've turned off everything that I'm aware of that uses power while the battery's in. I.e., I can't say GoPro start, because that'll just be a nightmare. Everything will go wrong with that, won't it? And I won't get half my session. So I've just gone to it, actually got it to start by taking the battery out and in, thinking, there we go again. And then I turn it on, and within 5 seconds it's turned itself off, and then the battery's dead. So there's something on the GoPro that's eating the battery, and all I did was put it in today and come here, did a bit of filming, and then now it's dead. So don't leave your battery in the GoPro, because GoPro do some trickery, and what they do is they just screw it up so you have to buy more batteries. Right, that's that. No swearing, see? Can't swear. Only swear if it's needed. So I'm going to get this casted out. I've got a 3-hook flapper on. We're going to beat the blank, and then it's all out cod. Well, I chucked it to the right because the tide's coming in, but I was thinking, tide ain't coming in that quick yet. 7 ounce weight. So whipped it straight off to the left, but never mind. We're out fishing. Let's get some fish, and let's get that coddling. That's what we're after. Well, this is how real it is in this Verns sea fishing. Now, you're going to laugh at this. Obviously, I was a little bit preoccupied with going on about the GoPro that I forgot to do what I was going to do. And I've positioned the lights about so I get a bit more extra light. Sat down in my chair, and I was looking at my rig, and I was thinking, I've got worm and squid on that. I don't remember doing that. Then I thought, oh yeah, I did. I baited it up to put it on my rod. So then I went and casted my rod, still getting all upset and all wound up with GoPro. And I've just casted out an empty rig. So, what a bloody numpty. So I need to reel this rod in now, because I'm not going to catch a lot on that with nothing on the hook hammer. And change the rigs over and cast out again. See? Most people would edit that out because they wouldn't want to look a numpty, would they? But now, with Verns sea fishing, you get it the way it is. Mistakes and all, because we all make mistakes, don't we? Bloody idiot. Can you believe that, Tom? Fucking donkey. Right, so here we go. We're now going to cast out with a bait on this time. Not even I can catch fish without nothing on the hooks. Right, now we're fishing. Well, there you go, see? It's all real stuff here, isn't it? What an absolute donkey I am. I was getting excited as well because I could see the rod tip quivering and I was thinking, oh, I might have an inquiry here. Might get the blank out of the way and get onto them cod straight away. And I kept looking at the rig thinking, what's that on them hooks? I've just chucked my baited rig out. Oh dear. At least it was only at the start and it weren't in long, so I only lost 5 minutes. Well, it's a nice night. It's not windy. And my right foot, I didn't put my second pair of socks on in time, and my big toe is froze, absolutely froze. It'll take ages for that to warm up. It's not an extra large big toe or anything. It's not like a crow's foot or something like that. It's not like something humongous that I need an extra shoe for my big toe. It's just got cold. You know. Yeah, I don't want people to start thinking I've got abnormal feet. I mean, my toes might be webbed because I come from Norfolk with all the bogs that I used to have to walk through to get to school. You know. Oh, it was terrible when I was a kid at school. All the bogs and drains and ditches, you know. And of course, come from Norfolk, you got web feet, haven't you? So you can swim through them right quick. But oh, it was always it was terrible trying to warm up at school. I always used to get my foot caught behind them great big cast iron pipes that go round the school room, and then it'd be a nightmare because you'd have to get the butter out, and teachers would be there yanking at your feet. But obviously it would dry your feet off, wouldn't it? But there's someone up there in the bay near my rods. Look. Oh, who's that? Who's that talking to me?
It's the one and only.
Oh, it's the one and only Tom.
It's the holy one.
Is that one of my flappers?
Hey?
Is that one of my flappers or yours?
One of yours.
You found them then?
Oh yeah.
I'll show you the other rigs later.
Yeah.
Yep. Tom's turned up. It was all pre-arranged, so it's always good. He's a bit eager, I think, to start fishing. Anyhow, what I'll do is I'll bait his hooks up because he's still up top sorting himself out, and I'll bait his hooks up so he's ready to go. And I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah.
I think it's a flounder.
Oh, you beat the blank from the first cast. Good size one, isn't it?
Get off the rod rest. Oh, that's all right. It's all right. Look at that bugger. Come here. Ho-ho! Never saw the bite. Look at that. Check it's filming. Yeah. Right, you can see that. Nice little flounder. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah. Well, I've still got it, Anna. Still got it. So that's the first fish. It's right there, look. One flounder. Let's get it back. Get the cod bait on there. Look at the bloody weed.
That is an awful lot, isn't it?
Absolute shed loads. Did you have a lot of weed, Dave?
Yeah. When the tide turned no, Ben, all went. No weed.
No?
It's all that red weed stuff, like, it comes up easy.
This is like big May rot.
Yeah, you'll probably get a couple of jam rags later on or something.
Well, I don't. I'd rather have that, I think. Used to get loads of jam rags and Johnnies at bloody Yarmouth.
Some lads I was talking to last night from Norfolk said you don't get no cod down there, is that true?
Yeah, very. You're lucky if you get one. Put it that way.
Why don't you get no cod down there?
Because there ain't any. There ain't none on the Lincolnshire coast, is there? None off the beaches, is there? It's in the air.
There's plenty of cod coming off at Albury and Diblington.
Yeah, well that's Yorkshire, isn't it?
Yeah, plenty of cod there.
Look at all this weed on here.
God, there's loads, isn't there?
Don't stop there. You want to try and get. Oh, you can't.
Can't help it.
You want to, what you want to do when that weed first hit. I'm not teaching you to suck eggs, but leave the weight out as far as you can before you pull that off. Because I made the same mistake, Tom.
Yeah.
You want to.
Nothing I could have done about that, I think.
Just got to pull it off, mate.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything on there.
Do you think you had anything on there?
No, I don't think
You might be able to pull it off now, but going up like this, see, against the knot. Yeah,
so. Yeah,
quite a lot of weed, isn't it?
loads.
Bloody rain. I'm a fair weather fisherman, Tom.
It's supposed to be like this for the rest of the night, I think.
It'll be right when we're underneath the van, won't it?
Yeah.
Right, get that in. Real fast and pull. Give it a yank up.
Right here.
That's it. Real that's it. Bloody hell! Did you see that? That nearly took my head off that weight.
Oh yeah.
Nothing. And that's my boot that's squeaking. I can't help it, it's just a squeaky boot. You know what? I know what I think to this bloody GoPro. Doing my head in.
alright.
Yeah. Is it on me, Tom?
Yeah.
Cheers. You out the way?
Yes.
Right, that is only short now. That much pull on that river, isn't there?
I know. An awful lot.
Yeah, you best get yours in, mate. Right, this bloody camera, it just won't turn on. I mean, what's all that about? A GoPro bloody 8. Well, I tell you, if I keep having this hassle with this camera, I'm gonna. If I keep having hassle with this camera, it's going back. I'm phoning them up and I'm gonna tell them that this camera is absolute rubbish. Oh, look at me. I'm raging at a camera. What's all that about? Makes you laugh, doesn't it? Spend £300 on a camera. £300! I mean, how much money is that? It's shed loads, isn't it? And they just don't work. I mean, what's that all about? You got out, Tom? No. Are they still all right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You come over here, mate, don't you? What's the light doing that for?
I don't know, I noticed the light was...
Yeah, I didn't even touch it, Tom, and it started blinking. I mean, what is it with me? Right, you ought to go over that way, mate. And literally... What's the matter? Oh, wait a minute, don't pull it. Oh. Yeah, it... Bring it over this way, Tom. Walk backwards. Oh. Right, that's sorted Tom out. I mean, is it just me? Or are we expected in this life to spend? Well, I haven't bought this camera, but I bought the previous one, which this has replaced. But why should you go out and spend hundreds of pounds and get a product that's absolute crap? I'm going to stop going on about it because it's just going to ruin my session. And I'm here to catch fish. Caught a flounder. And I'm going to turn this camera off and calm down. Because it'll just escalate. Bloody raining. Do we want that? I knew it was going to rain, but it said 9 o'clock. So I've chucked it out short. How far have you chucked it, Tom? Short. We've got 2 short chucks. The tide is just ripping in, isn't it, Tom? It's ripping in it.
Yeah, pretty relentless to be fair.
Yeah. What do you think of the GoPro, Tom?
I told you from the start you should have bought one.
Well, there's nothing else to buy, is there? There's nothing else to buy, is there? Because all the other ones that are sort of like 100 and odd quid, the volumes are rubbish. We've been there before, haven't we? I bet you if I bought a GoPro 10 it'd be crap, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't surprise me.
And people say that the GoPro 10's the finished article. Fuck, yeah.
I told you, GoPro are only good at advertising.
Yeah.
All they're really good at, like with Elgato.
They're good at replacing those, Tom.
Yeah, I mean the customer service is phenomenal to be fair.
But that is, no, I can't believe it. I fished a 6.5 metre tide. This is only 200mm bigger. I fished a 6.5 metre tide the other week. My weight's never moved once.
No?
No, not moved once. Where I put them, there they stayed. Right, are you cold now?
Yeah, sort of.
Right. Are you going to have this hand warmer for your hands?
I can do, yeah.
Yeah, right. Don't swear at me when you feel it, because you didn't want it. Get it in your pocket. That's why you need two. I've calmed down now. Let's just check this bloody camera's working. Now it's working. Well, I think it's working. Its back screen was on.
Just taking pictures of us.
Yeah, now it's working. I'm going to film GoPro up and tell them, well, I'm going to message them and say to them what I think of this camera. But I know for a fact what will happen is, if they say, oh, we'll replace it, I'll be without a camera for 2 weeks again. And this is the prime cod season. Not for me, it ain't. I don't seem to be able to catch them. I just got to understand why I ain't turned on. It's done it all day. Since I got here. I mean, the button on that, the button on the GoPro 7, you could press it, it was like a button. It was like a button from the 70s that you pressed and you knew you had a button. This thing, it's like hidden in the rubber and you feel it and you're like, is that it? Not good, is it? What? So if they had a good button on the GoPro 7, why didn't they keep it for the GoPro 8? Because I bet you're on the GoPro 9 they went back to it, didn't they? It's like a GoPro 7 had a lovely lens protector that was waterproof and you could replace it. And they've got it.
I don't know why they've not done that.
No, but don't ruin the story for the folks that don't know. Then they brought out the GoPro 9 and that had the cover on. But in between this bloody camera, no cover, so if you drop the camera and damage the lens, the camera's ready for the bin.
That's probably why they give that, because no one wants it.
No. The picture quality's better
Oh yeah, the picture
than the
quality.
7. I mean, you can't not GoPro, the picture quality's good on the 8 compared to the 7. It's just everything else that surrounds it is crap.
Yeah.
We're going to get fish on this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got squid and carp on. You're going to get a flatty or something. You've got that 3-hook flat. That's my special rig, that is. Yeah. I thought, right, I'm going to tie 3 hooks on because if I catch some flounders and whiting, I want lots on it. And small hooks. Right. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to turn this camera off and I'll be back in a bit. And hopefully the camera will turn on. If I come back and Tom's pulling the fish or I'm pulling the fish in, everything's fine. But if I start ranting again, I'm not going to rant again because it'll spoil it for you, because I know that you want me to catch fish.
Big fish.
Yeah, you want me to catch big fish. You don't see me ranting. You don't watch it just for me ranting, I know. I'm going to be professional like David Attenborough. I'm going to put a voiceover on this so it looks like something like Life on Earth, if you remember that, because I'm old enough. You don't remember Life on Earth, do you?
No, what's that like? Planet of the Apes?
No, it was frogs and everything in the jungle back in the 70s. You weren't even born in the 70s. No. So anyhow, I'll bring you back and everything's going to be good because Verns calmed down now. With that must be floating that bloody weight. Look at it. Can you see how fast this water's coming in?
I know.
Absolutely chundling in, isn't it? Oh dear. The water's absolutely like a steam train coming down there, and it's only a small tide as well, but these smaller tides are normally easier to hold bottom. But tonight, I fished this about this same tide the other week, and my weight's never moved. But oh, we need more than one fish the way we've been catching, don't we? We need more than one. Tom needs to catch as well. Well, you don't need to, Tom, but it'd be nice to see Tom catch, so. Yeah, I should have put the van the other side. The wind's changed.
Hasn't it?
Yeah, because.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yes, there might just be the wind on that rod, mightn't it? It's a little bit. It's okay fishing. Don't like the rain, but I don't mind fishing it if I'm actually caught out in the rain. I don't care, but I won't ever fish going in the rain. But it's a little bit more hard work. If the water wasn't barreling in like it is, be able to relax a bit, leave that bait out there, and I could get some scram on and get some bloody food down me. I might move my tripod further up. Still have a bit of a gap at the front, but then I can bring my rod. I'm literally at the edge of the bay, so a car don't run over it. My toes warmed up a bit. I wouldn't say it's warm, but you know, I was talking to you about my toe being cold. Well, I haven't got misshapen toes or anything, but it's started to warm up now. So that second sock on has took ages. It's took nearly 2 hours to warm my foot up, but it's still, I can still feel it's cold. But you're probably not bothered about that. It's probably just me just talking about my toe. But for God's sake, don't think I've got a misshapen toe or like a claw's foot or something, because I haven't. It's just a normal toe. It just went cold, and yeah, it takes a while to warm up, doesn't it? It's at your extremity, isn't it? Anyhow, it's enough about toes. I'm gonna keep watching these rods, and I'll see you in a bit. Right, that should be recording, Tom. Right, we think Tom's got a fish. Oh, the kettle.
Gonna swap the rods around.
Well,
Gonna put this one in my rest.
just get yours reeled in, mate.
I know, but I'm gonna be reeling over yours.
You shouldn't be. Look, let me just stir me mash. Where?
That may be yours. Whatever.
Well, just yeah. Where are you? You're that side. You're all right. Just reel it. Yeah. Keep reeling. Don't stop. It's heavy. Yeah, it's up. Slow down. Keep it up. Nothing on it. You use the right side of it. Good from that side of it. Well, I can't believe that, Tom. You had a bite on that. Get that big bait on and get the big bait on and cast it out, mate. Well, I can't believe that because Tom had a big bite on that. It went down like this twice and nothing on it. Now then, Tom's had an all-day breakfast which looked really good. I've gone for this. Perfect mash, sausage and gravy. Well, I can't see the gravy and I can't see the sausage, to be honest. Now I got this idea because my mate Carster's fishing Wales, but one of his mates that he fishes with was eating this and said it was nice. So I've got this because he said it was nice. It don't smell too good. I'll give it that for a start. But we'll try it, but it tastes better. Very salty, but it does taste better than it looks.
Where shall I cast?
To the right.
Sure?
Yeah. Well, it's all right. Perfect mash, sausage and mash and gravy. But I had this because I could boil the water up until the saucepan's free, and then I'll have an all-day breakfast probably. Well, he gave that some beans, didn't he? Did you see that? I think I'd have preferred a posh pot noodle, to be honest. Anyhow, we'll see you in a bit when we catch. If you notice, we moved the van around because the wind was blowing right into us. So the wind has changed direction. So we're now pointing the opposite way now.
But all they can see is my back.
Yeah, it is, yeah. It don't matter. So, it's been a bit of a hard session today. We've had some taps, but it could have been something going into the line, couldn't it, to be honest? We could say, oh, we've had this bite, that bite, this slack liner, but really the only bite we've had is the one that I've reeled in. But your rod did bang up and down. I'd have been running at that, but you was eating your all day breakfast.
There's nothing on it anyway, unfortunately.
No. You're getting wet there, mate. You want to stand over there, because all this air's alright. Stand there, Tom. That's the only thing with this top. You think you'd be all dry, aren't you? But
yeah,
you have to stand in the right place. I thought about putting a sheet over it so we're encapsulated in it, but then it'd be making loads of noise, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of taking last time when, because my back door doesn't open like this.
No.
Opens obviously outwards. So I was thinking if we get a bit of tarp or something, I can stick it over the top of it.
Yeah,
Put
that,
some weights down.
yeah, it'd work. Because you've got your doors, so that. But
Yeah.
here, it'd be flattened, wouldn't it? 'Cause it's
Yeah.
open. But when I come here fishing with Steve last year, we were in the back of the van. It was raining that hard. Just to get out of it. Luckily, it was just one big shower, but by God, it chucked it down. But if we hadn't moved this fan, it'd have been terrible now, wouldn't it? They didn't chuck them out the heat like that carbon one is, but I mean, they are warming my hands through.
Mine wouldn't light properly last the other week.
Yeah, they are a pain at times. It took me 3 times to light one, the other one lit straight away. If you put too much fuel in, it'll just flame up and fire up, and you're knackered. You have to just burn it off. But if you put the right amount of fuel in and light it, and you've got to have a good lighter. That's the thing.
I looked at what I did. I put mine on burner. Me lighter wouldn't light it
Right.
at all.
Yeah,
That's
you want a
what
jet lighter.
Yeah, that's what I wanted it for. Stuck on the burner. Had it on there for about 5 seconds. It was on. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I looked from the hole and it was glowing red. So yeah, just kept going out.
Yeah, we do. 3 times one of them lit first, the other one lit first time. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you got one each, if you got 2, you got one for each pocket, ain't you?
Yeah.
And if you ever go out for a walk and you're with Tanisha, you can have one each, can't you? You know, because they always come in handy. I mean, one of these is over 20 years old. The other one's brand new.
I mean, once they get going, they're really good.
Yeah. I can't believe there's nothing. Perhaps that's why people are left.
I reckon it is, because I don't think.
I can't believe
There's one person down there.
rough. The water's got rough, hasn't it?
Very rough. It's the roughest I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
Usually when we come, it's like a milk pond, isn't it?
Yeah. So anyhow, what do you think to me? I bought one of these Hurricane lamps. I used to have one of these when I was a kid. Cost me either £4.99 or £2.99. That cost 32 quid, but I just got it. It's quite nice having a little bit of light flickering about. Well, it's a lot different than fishing on the beach in summer, Tom, I'll tell you.
You're telling me.
Fishing through the night, it's
Yeah, it'd be nice to take my jumper off now and
yeah, get suntan.
feel the heat.
Will it still be daylight?
Yeah, there's that as well.
I've ordered me cinnamon chews.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. 3 kilogram jar.
3 kilogram jar, bloody hell.
Now, 2 years ago I'd have hit that. I'd have probably demolished that within the week.
Oh, so how long
And
is
my
that?
mouth would have been on fire for like a month.
Yeah.
It'd be absolutely burning, but I'd be thinking, oh, that was good. But I'll probably just have a couple a day. Well, I won't. I'll probably have 10.
You say how long is it supposed to last you?
It'll last a long while because as soon as Christmas is over, it'll get put away. I can't eat them. I can, but like I say, if I'm looking at bars of chocolate and everything in the drawer now, and they just don't bother me. I walked in Tanisha's room the other day, sweets and chocolate everywhere, and just walked in and out. Did her bloody tank. Got a new filter again now because the other one was buggered.
She was saying that.
Bloody fish have got bloody fungus on their head, so I've treated them today. But the filter's working now, so. And her airstone. She just needs to get a new tank now. Bloody fish up.
Tank's at it, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Horrible.
Got a new head torch. Oh! Little Did you see that?
Walk into it.
Bloody cameras on and all. What people gonna think I'm bloody Les Dawson, aren't they? Jeez,
Right.
I went looking down there. I was looking down like that, and I was thinking, "There's my torch." Bang. Oh, yeah.
You could tell it on one of your other lamps.
People are gonna think I'm a bloody idiot, aren't they? Don't answer that.
Like I said, they might already do.
Oh. I'm trying to look like a professional fisherman, Tom. Absolutely barreling in it. What's it doing? Well,
Strictly Come Dancing now.
yeah, I was going to say it. It's Verns Strictly Come Dancing. Oh,
What are you doing?
I don't know. Look at that, ain't even been touched, is it?
No, not at all.
I don't even think I've got another one made up. I haven't.
Just chuck that back out.
Perfect, isn't it? Passes my baiting needle, Tom, wouldn't it? Well, hey, I'll start pirouetting around there, getting round the bloody lamp. Fancy walking into the flipping lamp.
It's literally a high level.
don't think I'm some sort of loon, but I do like dicing with death. Jesus Christ. Anyhow, we're not really feeling it, are we, Tom?
No, not one bit,
No.
to be fair. I think it's the weather.
It's the weather, and there's nothing happening. We've moved the van round so that we've got more shelter from the weather, haven't we?
I only cast it out 3 times. We've been here like what? Nearly 4 hours?
Yeah, there's nothing happening, is there?
No,
I think
nothing.
I've been using, the one time I've had small hooks on was the free flap that I caught the flounder on, and the rest of the time I've had these great big baits on, and they're coming back untouched. And it's squid stuffed with carp.
But I mean, I've had small hooks out. I've had two
Yeah.
casts with
What
small.
you got on there? A big one or?
That big one, yeah.
An hour after high, and it is now an hour after high. I've put to Shane we're busy, which we were busy, weren't we? And he thinks we're busy as in loads of fish.
Oh.
No,
What a
Shane,
disappointment.
Shane, we're not busy with loads of fish. We've just been busy we had to get ready, went over the side, started fishing, then Dave come, so we were chatting with Dave for quite a while, weren't we?
Oh, it was well over an hour probably.
Yeah, so we were chatting with Dave for quite a while. Fishing ceased, really. I pulled in the flounder. It then rained, so then Dave went, and then after that we've just been fighting the weather, haven't we? And then it's dinner, so we were cooking, which takes time, doesn't it? That's now warm. When I was the other one, I could put my hand on that. Yeah, I couldn't hold it on it. See that rod? My first rod is moving. I fancy walking into the lamp. Wait, I nutted it. Have you got any cards? You'll have some cards, won't you, for me for the weekend?
Yeah, we'll do, yeah.
Yeah. I bought another one.
Have you?
Yeah, to replace that busted one, but I've got quite a few still. Don't forget, on one of them cards is an old trip on it, and then there's my new trip. So if you put the card on and it's a trip that you've already done.
You wrote it down, haven't you?
I have wrote it down, yeah.
That's fine.
I can't remember if I wrote the right time down though. Anyhow, I'm going now. I do apologise for walking into the lamp. Please don't think I'm some sort of imbecile. And am I allowed to say that word, Tom?
Imbecile? Of course,
Imbecile.
you are so that.
But I can't say.
No, you can't say that word.
Right, so I'm an evil. He'll bleep that out. But yeah, so yeah, I nutted the lamp and then tripped over my tripod. Oh, and then I was dancing with my weight. It was coming from me all the time. I was moving. Yeah, we're not feeling it tonight, but we're going to keep going because we've got a bit of time yet. But I think as soon as the water's down over the side, that'll be the end. Probably be the end of Verns sea fishing forever, actually. What do you reckon, Tom?
Packing it up.
Yeah, should we pack it up? Leave it to the rest of the chaps because, you know, a lot of them are doing quite well, aren't they?
Yeah, so this will be the last video.
It won't be last video, but you never know, do you? We're always clutching for straws, aren't we? But I've got to do a live for Andrew because he does like a live, whether it's in the pub or the shed. Anyhow, we'll be back in a bit to check these rods. You got anything on it, Tom?
Definitely not.
No. Tom's not feeling it today. How'd you feel, Tom?
Wet, cold, miserable.
Are you now packing up and going home?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Tom's not feeling it, but there we always have sessions like this because not a lot's happening either, and there's rain.
I've been touched by it.
Not been touched.
That's been out there for about 2 hours.
Not even any crabs, is there? That rig's all right though, isn't it?
A rig's fine, yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I think that's been out there for nearly 2 hours.
It ain't been that long. Doesn't say that. People will say, well, that's why you ain't caught out. Did that bait still smell? I could smell it from here.
Yeah.
Right. Oh well, mate.
Well, it's like we've just said, there's always next time.
Yep. It's been better since we turned the van round though, hasn't it?
Oh, 100%.
I can't work like this in the van, Tom. I got my box in air, there's bloody rain and stuff.
If it was different circumstances, it'd be a lot better. I think we've enjoyed ourselves, you know.
No, it's been all right. It's just, it's just crazy, but I can't. Look, my van's sorted to work in, and there we are. And it's just wrong bag. I can't work like this. There's still someone down in bay 28. If 27's gone, I don't know if there's anyone over here. Yeah, I think there's cars still in that, isn't there? Maybe not.
I think there's a van down in the one further on from it.
Them a torching even in there, Tom. Let's hope that hadn't fell out, because that was 90 quid. It was exciting driving there though, well, wasn't it?
It was, to be fair.
I'd do it over there, Tom, because you'll be at them puddles with that bag. Yeah, it's just when you got here and it started raining.
Yeah, well, it didn't rain for a while, did it?
No.
I mean, it was alright, to be fair. So we started talking to Dave, and then all of a sudden the rain came, and it was just...
Yeah. We're blaming you, Dave. That's what we're doing, aren't we, Tom?
That's it.
Yeah, it's
Dave's
your fault, Dave, because you turned up and it started raining, and since then it's been rubbish. That bloody new Titan bag I bought was broken, and I've been trying to get it back. I've had to do it through eBay. They won't do it over the phone, and I've been right sarcastic. I have. Yeah.
What happened to it?
Bloody zip broke again. They keep going on to me about how good their zips are. And I said, well, clearly they're not good, are they? You fantastic zips. This is the second bag. I'll just leave that on. Why did you take that off?
Hello?
If you leave it on, that'll be all right. That don't come off, they fall off. I would normally drive you down there, Tom, but
That's fine.
you can walk.
It's still on.
Look at that, it's all... Don't tell me that's now getting damp inside. Is that more... Is that still warm?
Got two now, yeah.
Well, I had all three. I had that one in the middle there with these petrol ones. It was lovely.
Shoes are in there somewhere.
They're here, Tom.
Right.
I've got them here.
Shoes at the top.
The reel's in the front there.
Reels in the front, yeah.
Right, Tom. Hang on. Look at the professional I am here.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Diffuser and everything.
Yeah, look at that, eh?
Quick swap over.
Hang on. Well, Tom, how's your session been today?
It's been absolutely fantastic. There's been
Yeah.
plenty of fish.
Yeah, plenty of fish. So there ain't been no fish, has there, mate?
No, it's been a bit dry, to be fair. So it's not been the best of sessions, really, has it? Well,
No. Right, so yeah, how's it been, Tom? It's been all right, or has it been not?
I mean, it's been alright being here.
Yeah.
Being here, it's been fine. It's just, unfortunately, the weather,
Yeah.
the temperature is just zapped it out of me, really.
Right.
So,
Yeah. It's just one of them things, mate. But next time will be all right, and next time will be good, and you'll hopefully catch some fish. But
yeah, I'm gonna say there's been no movement on the rods really at all, is there?
no.
None at all.
But you're
Yeah.
going them.
Yeah, nice warm shower.
Tom's going home, and by the time Tom goes home, I'll probably be packing up. So I'm gonna give it another half hour at least, 40 minutes, and then that'll be it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's been good fishing with you again, Tom.
And you?
Well, it started raining again. I've put one rod away. I didn't even chuck out these smaller rigs again, which if I'd chucked out a smaller rig I'd have probably caught, wouldn't I? But we come here today to try and catch a codlin, and I've tied a load of new rigs for that purpose. Couple of the rigs, the paternosters, when I tied them to crimp for the SRT spring to the clip, I never wrapped the pennel hook around the line before I crimped it, So what's happened is, when you then wrap it round 3 or 4 times and try and put it into the bait clip, it's too short. So yeah, I've cocked up there. So there's just 3 rigs. I'll just butcher them, save what I need to save, and I'll just lose a bit of line and the crimps, that's all. But I'll retie them, so that's a lesson learnt there. So, but I know how to do that anyhow. I don't know how I did that, but whenever you tie a rig, it don't matter what you do, you either miss a bead off or a sequin, or there's something, you know. But I've tied hundreds of rigs, but you still miss a bit off sometimes. But this towel there, I found this towel. It's quite a good towel, really. It's not like a hand towel. It's like some sort of training towel or something, but it's just the right size, you know. But yeah, I found that last time I was fishing. So yeah, us Norfolk lads, if it's free, it's in the van. I don't know how that rig has got in there. That's the only packet I've got left. I have all my rigs sorted so they're all in the right place, so that I can go to them on a dark place. And that's my pulley droppers there, and I've got now a flapper in it. Pulley dropper. We've put a rig away, me and it's here. It's me, Pillock. Well, it'll get done in the garage now. Hands are cold. Yeah, like I say, it's been a pleasurable, enjoyable session. It's been nice being out, getting the fresh air. I've caught the flounder, but it's not really rocked my boat. My mate Graham is fishing at Verns, and I think he said he's had a whiting and that's it. I'm not certain, but he's had something, but it's nothing that they were expecting to get. And that's unlike Graham, because he normally finds the fish, and he said the weather's terrible, so it probably is worse on the beach at Verns than what it is here. The wind will probably be blowing straight at him on the beach, actually, so it would be worse for him. The wind was blowing this way, and now it's blowing that way. It's now blowing this way, so it has changed. So yeah, it will be blowing at him on the beach, so in his face, so it's not good. But since I've turned the van round, it's been manageable, so it is better here. Oh, listen, did you hear that poshness there? Here, yeah, it's better here. Yeah, so I don't know if I've just filmed that, but I've been doing Strictly Come Dancing with my weight, because the weight's nearly been getting me this week, but I bet you I won't get any sympathy. I then trip over my tripod, and I've walked into this lamp and headbutted it twice. Oh, I've done it! Jesus, wet! I could say you must think I'm a bloody loon, but you probably already know it, to be honest. Oh, all in the day's fishing, isn't it, eh? Right, let's get this reeled in. It's raining now. Oh, it's chucking it down. Everything's wet. I'm gonna get rid of that squid, but I can't see the point there. Everything's sodden. And before anybody says out, my plastic bag that's down there, and the plastic bag over there will all be picked up. It's got my bait in. Yeah, it's raining now. Oh yes, it's raining. Cats and dogs. Come on, give me the bloody... Oh, my back. Well, I did put that in there. Where the heck's that gone now? I put it in this one. Yeah. Who's the idiot? Right, let's get this reel done. Well, one flounder, so you know that. this side, isn't it? I was there last week in my 411. Not a problem, white and Flounder, but there was no problem. And then my mate came the day after and he bought 25. What was problem? What you got, hasn't he? Just come from Norfolk, but you know driving back home. I'm going to go up and have a look at my whereabouts in Norfolk do you live? Right, yeah, because you don't sound Norfolk East. Right, thank you. Because I'm from Norfolk. I lived in East Area for a couple of times, but then I moved to Norfolk and everything. But, yeah. I was fishing sometimes a couple of months ago in the side. Well, that van, I bought that van from back home. That's great for it in Norfolk. That's a long old trip for you, isn't it? You know what? You want to just go a bit further and go up to Whitby. Could you practice one up there? Oh, right, well, you know it then. You go to Sand End or go on the promenade, you can drive the car on the promenade and pick up back your car.
I don't think it's changed. It used to go down the Queen's Block, now with all the street and everything, I don't know if it's all got everything to watch out. There's nothing to do with racks down there. They don't say,
No, they're always practicing quite up there, right? I was going to work this weekend, but you need to know small beats this week. And you need about 1.2 metres swell.
I always show you the same thing if you go out down past down Jim Street, if I can see white balls swimming in there, I think
You need that rough seat. See on the hold of the scoop, just over there, you want it flat car, really. But up there, you want it rough, don't you?
trouble is you lose a lot of weight.
Yeah. Sand's End is the clean beach, and so is the promenade. That's a clean beach, so you don't need to do it rough to it.
I'm probably on this one, I'm really back to the biggest one. I used to actually fish more new on wet halfway through the town than the weekly.
Yeah.
That's a good part. It's cold out there. So well, probably out there.
What the hell? You go on from the Sand's End, you know where the sea defence is, where it's set? Well, if you approach the end of that sea defence, there's a big hole there, and that's where I want to go. Yeah.
What about the you go out down, go up the steps there around, every year you walk around up that half a bar, from the garage, the fish to the top there, you take a big fish, you can always bring it down and then walk around to there, so that was one of the bar. And some of the other bars, they're heavy water. I had one where my mate, uncle, showed me the rope, the bar, big fucking leg, fishing out down there, but when you caught a fish, you had to walk around the outside of everybody. The fish, one bit went outwards and the bottom bit off, and you wanted to get where it is, you had to walk around past it. I thought, fucking hell, I don't catch another fish, it's daylight down there.
So you're now going down to the woods, eh?
Yeah, I was going to have a look down there.
What's the fish?
Yeah, we'll go down there.
So are you calling them tonight?
I'm not going to worry about that, but I'll be able to go to the start time for the hour. I want you to do a half hour, which is supposed to be clear. 2.5 hours, 3 hours.
It takes me 3 hours to get to big swine bed.
That's why I've done one something so I don't take the plant out, but
Right, mate, I'm reading my all that. Now what a oh, sorry. Right. Well, I've just been chatting to a bloke down at Bay 22. He's pulled in 3 codlin, and the bloke next to him in Bay 21 or 20, I think he's had a codlin to £3. So there's been some codlin caught on there. Everyone that was down that way towards the woods caught diddly squat, but I know there was some codlin caught at the woods yesterday, which would have been the 8th. But I've put the reels away. I've just got the rod to put away now. Yeah, we'll draw this to an end now. Hopefully, Tom, if you've heard what I was chatting to with the chap, leave it in, please, if you can hear it. At least people can see the lamp and they might be able to hear me. If not, you'll just have to fast forward it, wouldn't you, Tom? Yeah, I haven't caught anything, didn't catch anything with the yellowtails that Dave very kindly brought down, thank you very much. There was 2 left and I've chucked them in the drink. I've saved 2, so hopefully it'll repopulate the Humber. But yeah, it's been enjoyable. It's been nice to get out. It's been nice to do some fishing. It's not been nice with the weather. Anybody that fishes in the rain must be bloody loony. Yeah, you can do it. Is it pleasant? No. Do your hands get cold? Yes. Am I damp? Yes. Been better since I turned the van round, but it's still been enjoyable, so that's the main thing. If people like going fishing and it's raining and they aren't bothered, it's still an enjoyable night for them, isn't it? So yeah, it's been good. I've caught a flounder. I haven't blanked, so I've kept the blanking behind me, so I'm still forging forward. Yeah, but you've had all sorts happen tonight, haven't you? You've had me playing football with my hurricane lamp, bloody walking into it, tripping over my tripod and dancing with my rod. So yeah, it's been seen a fish, seen Tom's pretty smile, so you've seen everything really, haven't you? Seen my dulcet looks and my dulcet tones. And yeah, I'm sorry about raging about the GoPro. Since I raged at it though, the bloody thing's been working fine, so that's good, isn't it? If I've got a dodgy battery, that's another thing. This quick capture, perhaps the quick capture is draining some battery. I don't know, so I might have a look at that. But these batteries have been all right. I don't understand why that other battery. But then on the GoPro 7, if you left the battery in, when you turned it back on, it had lost like 40–50% of the battery. So they do chew up battery for some reason. Yeah, that chap I was just talking to, who said about the codling caught down that end, I was going to fish 19, and it's no excuse, but somebody was in 19, so I don't think I'd ever fish 20. 18 you don't get long to fish, but it is good to fish it. Could have caught there, couldn't I? So we'll never know. Tonight's been a flounder night, onwards and upwards. The next trip, which might be this weekend, I shall have to look at the weather and see what I've got planned, and I might go again then. But I've got to catch a cod out of this river, and I am seriously trying to catch a codling. I aren't just putting cod or codling in my videos to boost it at all. This is what I'm after. I'm after a codling. I was going to go up north to a place that I will be going, and you will see me fishing there, and I have had that planned since October. I went up with a wife and we found 6 venues for me to fish at, all of different degrees of difficulty, but I'm fishing up there and I will be sleeping in the van. So you've just got to wait until there's a northeasterly wind and about a metre, 1.2 metres of swell. So you need a big sea there to bring a fish in. So I keep looking at the weather. It's going to have to be on a Friday stroke Saturday, so I'm limited, and to get the weather right, it's hard work, because the weather's probably right on a Tuesday, Wednesday, but not on the Friday, Saturday. But if it isn't this year up north, it'll be beginning of next year. It doesn't matter. I will be going up there. I have had it planned since October. That's the annoying part about it. But I will be going further north, and I will be going to Northumberland and everywhere else. I will be, well, I started the channel up to fish around the country, but only when me and the wife go on holiday or do something like that. I ain't travelling here, there and everywhere, because contrary to popular belief, I have to travel a lot to go fishing, as you know. So whether it's 50 minutes or whether it's an hour and a half to an hour and 3/4 to over 2 hours, and that's one way. So I've got to do it on the way back. So it's either 3 hours, it's either 2 hours, 3 hours or 4 hours. So, you know, I travel a lot. In every fishing trip I travel. So it's always nice to catch. If you catch, then it makes the travelling worthwhile. When you have 6 blanks like I've had in the past, and you've done all that travelling, it does eat away at you, because you start questioning your own fishing. And I know there's many people out there think that I'm a crap fisherman, but if you have a word with people that I do fish with, you know, I use the same baits as them. I'm now casting further. You know, you don't have to cast so far here. I've got sharp hooks, I've got all brands of hooks, all different size hooks. I'm tying rigs now the best I've ever tied, and I'm not on about my knots. My knots are perfect anyhow. It's the style of rig and how it works. And tonight I've tied 3 rigs, single paternosters, clip down cod rigs, and they aren't right. But I've learnt that tonight, because obviously when I was making them, I never checked them as I was putting the pennel hook on and looping it round before I crimped the SRT spring. So anyhow, that's enough of that. If you've got this far and you're still watching me dribble on with a load of old crap, then thank you very much. Please consider subscribing, please leave a comment, ring that bell for all notification, and leave me a thumbs up. My videos have been doing absolutely fantastic the last few weeks, and I appreciate all my old subscribers and my new subscribers. In fact, I appreciate all my subscribers, It's great to talk to you. Leave a comment. I will get back to you and comment. I do it as quick as I can. And yeah, thank you very much. If you've got this far, thank you very much. And I will see you in the next one, and it will be on this river. See you later. Oh, little fuck. Oh, done it. Jesus.